You're such an asshole.
VLAD ELKUMS.
How goes it?
I think I'm better, or on the mend to being better.
Good.
Yeah. It was very difficult because it's 2 weeks of sitting and doing nothing, because if you push yourself, you just delay it.
Yeah.
You ever have that where you just, and it's like, I don't feel that bad. Well, I gotta go do something, but I do a video or I go to the gym, all of a sudden it relapses and just sit here and do nothing. Watch a movie.
So when I do my stream tomorrow, I'm actually going to talk about that topic a little bit.
What's that? Are you sick too, or what?
No. So as you know, we were in Mexico last week, which was really just sitting around and eating and drinking and doing absolutely nothing. So we get back late Saturday. The very first thing I want to do on Sunday is to work out, because I haven't done anything in like 8 or 9 days.
Yeah.
And I injure myself.
Wait, you injured yourself lifting weights?
Lifting
that's
weights,
the worst.
Yeah. Because I came back and got cocky and was like, I don't need to stretch. I don't need to work my way back up to where I was. I can just go hardcore. Next thing you know, my upper back is fucksurd. So I'll talk about that on my show tomorrow. Yeah.
What the heck did I do? Last time I worked out was about 15 days ago.
You've been
and
sick?
It was, yeah, I've been sick that long, and it was a very compromised, limited weightlifting. And I might go into the gym just to do one set of everything, just one to stretch the old muscles, to not fuck shit up. But dude, it is, once you get that habit, it becomes, I wouldn't say a religion, but you get agitated if you can't get into that gym because you feel like a loser or a Democrat. So, but I gotta myself.
Yeah, that's what happened to me too.
Let's go through this because I know you're busy. I have 2 requests because you ever have your phone and you'll swipe up, but it says, "Oh, you meant to delete this email." You ever get that where it accidentally deletes an email you swiped up? Oh, you swiped right. We deleted it. Don't know where it went, right?
Yeah, that's happened to me with both emails and text messages. Yeah.
I've lost 3 emails on Asshole Consulting. For anyone out there who I haven't responded yet, please maybe send me the email again. And I've looked through my archive and all that. But I did find this one. So let's go through this. And I have another shorter. We're going to bang out 2 accounting career requests. Cappy, I've reached a fork in the road in life and would like an asshole's perspective. I'd like to hear your commentary and opinion on what choice I should make. I'd appreciate a video response and make it as entertaining as you like. About me, 24, single, no kids, no debt, have around $100,000 living in, not a leftist shithole, but not a great state either. I currently live with my parents with very low rent. I graduated from college with a finance and accounting degree in a certain year and worked for a large national accounting firm with their tax line of business for 9 months before being laid off earlier this year. They said it was a workforce reduction due to missed financial estimates, while the whole time they've been touting their employee growth in India for the past few years, laughing out loud. I make some cash on the side being, I don't want to identify him here. He makes almost a living wage doing kind of a fun job that gets you outdoors. Let's put it that way. So I still have a little money coming in despite being laid off. I want to take the route you and Vlad ELKUMS have provided. He spelled ELKUMS. And have my own CPA tax practice. I passed all my CPA exams to simply need the experience requirement to get my license. I would like to move out of my hometown to go somewhere better for the long term, potentially Tennessee, Alabama, or South Carolina. Since I was recently laid off and have a little bit of cash behind me, there's a part of me that thinks this is a golden opportunity to move. So here's 2 options I have in front of me. 1, stay home. I've been talking to some soon-to-be retired CPAs in my hometown in my state about taking over one of their practices. For one of them, I would train directly under his wing from now until the end of 2026 and take over his firm starting at 2027. However, taking this job would likely lock me into staying home for at least a few years because a lot of his current clients still like to do physical meetings and physically send documents. I would have,
Can I hit pause real quick? Would you mind sending me where he lives in the private chat? Because it's kind of important. Yeah,
okay.
And which I won't disclose.
Private chat. Now you want me to, oh, man. Where's private chat? Private chat.
It's by the comments at the top. Yeah, because that's actually a pretty important part of. Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. So he'd have had to stay home and
Yeah, I would train directly under his wing from now until the end of 2026, so a year and a half. Take over his firm at the start of 2027, so 2.5 years until he takes the firm. Overtaking this job would likely lock me into staying home for at least a few years because a lot of his current clients still like to do physical meetings or physically send documents. I would have lower living expenses and be closer to friends and family, obvious both of which are important. 2, move out, conduct a little more reconnaissance, and then move to a new place within the next year. I would continue my side gig on the side to support myself. Once settled in a new place, I look to find a retiring CPA firm to join and take over. That's awfully presumptuous. This would mean that I would lose the frequent gathering I have with many family and friends I care about and the low rent. I also think moving away would help build character since there's a lot of life skills I don't have to worry about when living at home, but I have to do myself when I move. What do you think I should do with these two options? Am I considering the right factors in this decision? Am I missing something? Do you think there's another idea I should consider? Thanks, Anonymous. I did give him some more questions. I said, so you do not have your CPA yet, correct? He says, correct. All I need to get the CPA license is the work experience requirement. I've passed all the exams and have all the education requirements fulfilled. Also, you need to work for someone for a year to sit for the CPA, correct? Not quite. In my state, I need 2 years of work experience to get license. It needs 2 years. The number of years of experience needed can vary by state. I have 9 months experience completed, so he needs 15 months of experience to get this done. The local CPA I've been talking to says he was willing to sign off on the remaining 15 months I need before I take over his firm in January of 2027.
Can you just the first part of this, where did he used to work again exactly? You mentioned an account.
He didn't say a large national accounting firm. So I'm imagining either the Big Four, one of the second tier firms.
Okay, and did he say if he was doing tax or not? I think I just missed that. He didn't even say, did he?
Within their tax line. He did taxes. Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Thanks.
Now, I have my opinion, but I am not the VLAD ELKUMS, right? I have an opinion, but what do you think you should do here?
Well, we're obviously factoring in, work versus personal life here because the two kind of go hand in hand with his question. Just listening to that, I kind of like, you may disagree, I kind of like just sticking around and getting that CPA experience requirement checked off while getting all kinds of valuable work experience at the same time with the local tax CPA. What do you think about that?
That's where I was going to go.
Yeah.
He needs to get a CPA. He's got a built-in path to it.
Yeah.
If he goes out of state and moves out of his parents' home, now he's incurring costs. Now he's got to find a CPA.
Yeah.
That thing. Here's the other thing. Chad, should accountants and accounting majors go and work for other people?
Initially, yes. Because you want to get the experience and you want to get paid for somebody to train you. The best training is actually doing the work and getting experience. Right. But long term, no, you need to work for yourself.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And in surprise, he works for a national accounting firm and they're outsourcing to India.
Right.
Whether it's the Big Four or not, most of the accounting firms are assholes.
Yeah.
You want to work for them as quickly as possible. Get you surprise, you got laid off, and they're touting how much they've hired in India. Well, good for you people. I hope you guys make a shit ton of mistakes with a bunch of people who lied about having a degree. I hope you all go fucking belly up.
Yeah.
But he has a built-in. If he could take over this guy's CPA practice, he's golden.
Yeah.
Because now he says, unfortunately, some of the clients there are going to be physical, right? They're going to demand that he's there physically.
Yeah.
So what's the solution to that?
Well, let me just, first of all, it's not really the worst idea to go in physically at first,
right?
Just to learn the ropes. But if they insist on meeting after that every year, then you just fire them.
Exactly. This guy, I think he's got a golden ticket. He's got a CPA who's not only willing to train him and sign off on it, but he'll hand over a client list.
Yeah.
Now I'm a little concerned if he's going to I need you he's still going to tell you how to run the company. Like, it's got to be abundantly clear. Like, no, these are my clients. You're not going to tell me how to run the company.
Right.
Even if that's a separate issue, but I would just stick around so he signs off on your CPA so that you could go get it. Then, assuming you take over the company for real, and he's not like, well, I want you to keep the physical clients, fine, do a little bit of time with the physical clients. But then, yeah, once you say, hey, I'm moving online, I'm not doing physical stuff anymore, I'm terribly sorry, find yourself another CPA who does, in town. Like, I'm referring you to George Georgeson, CPA, local guy over here. And then you got, I'd imagine at least half your clients are going to be online only or going to be okay with that. He's already got a built-in client base. And so he is from now, what did we say, 2 years, 15 months from now until 2027. So 1.5 years. And he's already got a built-in client base.
And he's only 24.
Yeah, 25, 26. Chad, how long did it take you to get to that position? How old were you?
Oh my goodness. I 10 years older than this guy in order to start. This is just to even start becoming established. And I didn't get established until I didn't feel established. Let's see, 2017. I was 38 by the time I felt like I was getting established with this.
I didn't feel established until I was about 38, 39, maybe even 40 myself. And it wasn't accounting. It was just getting out of banking. This kid, you're going to be ahead by a freaking decade. You're going to be in your not even late, your mid 20s.
Yeah.
With remote work and a client. Yeah. And you're not paying rent because you're living with your folks. Dude, he could have money saved up for a down payment on a house potentially with a client base remote. And then he could go do reconnaissance, move to whatever, the Carolinas or Alabama or wherever the trailer parks and tornadoes meet, wherever he wants to go hang out. But yeah, this is a pretty good opportunity, and I would stay where you are, put in your penance, get this done, and then by 26, 27, okay, now I'm moving to whatever, Florida, low-income tax state, and he can work remote. I think
he is not obligated to keep any of these clients he's going to take over. I mean, he can just ditch whoever insists on meeting in person, which is what I do.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm concerned that the owner of the company is going to say, well, I want you to keep these physical clients. I want a percentage or a cut, which in that case, not to be mercenary about it, but you get your CPA once he signs off for it, maybe take over the company a little bit and be like, okay, I'm going, I'm setting up my own tax practice.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I pretty much wouldn't care what he wants. Like, once his signature is on that CPA requirement, work experience requirement, yeah, I would like to keep the clients that would fit into my own practice that he had, but I wouldn't feel obligated to keep any boomers or whoever who won't move virtual.
Well, what if he sells his company but retains a percent ownership? Like, I want 20%, and then he starts nagging this kid about how that's my concern. It's a different bridge.
Well, too late for him. He already sold out, so he's not going to get his percentage if he's got outdated, obsolete modeled clients.
If he signs a contract, like he sells him the business, but I'm still 20% owner, that is my concern.
I don't think I would sign that contract because I don't want, granted, it is nice to have a built-in client base. Like I had to just build mine over time. But if I'm going to run my own shop, I want full authority and autonomy. I wouldn't sign a contract that allowed him to retain. Now he can have a percentage of the revenues that I earned from his clients, but I get to decide whose tax returns I work on.
It's a bridge he could cross when he gets there, but I wouldn't sign. Yeah, like it's like, nope, clean break. These are my clients, or and fine, go sell your client books to someone else. But so we got that there. Good. Well, I'm glad we agreed on that. Now let me go to the next one that is not in the archive. I got to put this into the inbox. That's an inbox.
Just with the last one, it goes without saying, but once he gets established and that he's fully virtual, which can happen within the first year, he can go to Alabama, Tennessee, or whatever. It simply isn't going to matter. So it's a no-brainer to me.
When I would just be traveling the country by that time, figure out where I want to go.
Yeah.
All right. Now this is a little simpler one, but I would still appreciate your insight. Good afternoon, Aaron. I put my 2 weeks in for overnight security and will start full-time as a bookkeeper at a certain date. I was curious as to expectations during the talks for full-time pay. I'm getting paid during this training period of $19 an hour. They're happy with my work. They will teach me procurement so I can help reduce purchase order errors done by managers, which will be, I'm not going to mention because I don't want to identify him. So he's getting a training job paying $19 an hour. I guess he's working there right now as an intern. They're happy with his work, and they're going to teach him procurement. The last thing I'll add is that by fall, there are plans to make, how do I want to put this? The company he works for has a facility. They are going to take a part of that facility and turn it into, for lack of a better words, a recreational thing that employees may want to in their free time engage in.
Okay.
He says, I asked the boss about it, and he said there are no solid plans yet. So before fall, I plan on reading and teaching myself about this side thing they're building and maybe co-manage that side thing.
Can you, I hate to keep making you
Yeah,
this, can you put it in the private chat? This is too vague, which I won't disclose, but that's, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. Right. Like,
yeah,
it's nothing to do with the business. It's
right.
just, they're going to, for whatever reason, they're talking about it. So then I said, well, what's your question? He says, should I negotiate for higher pay if low, or just take what is given? Chad, what do you think? He's put in his 2 weeks work in security. He's getting paid $19 an hour for training.
I don't know. This is another one where it does sound like a pretty decent opportunity to me. I mean, you're getting paid to learn about what you want to do.
Yeah.
So it's just a question of, do you want to risk asking for more? I mean, I guess it never hurts to ask. But,
why can he not risk asking for more?
Oh, because they could go to somebody else.
What did I always, what do I say about working security?
Oh, well, working security, you can do other work while you're getting paid.
That
to work
too,
security.
but
Yeah.
security is security.
Yeah.
What did he do? First thing I read.
Well, he gave us 2 weeks.
Gave us 2 weeks. Does he have security? Does he have a job in case they say, no, we're not giving you your raise? Or yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're asking now. Yeah.
He doesn't have a fallback position. You put your 2 weeks in. Now, what I would have done is I would have worked weekends, right? Because you can always offer to pick up more gigs. So I would have never given up your security position. I would have probably switched to second shift. I presume he's working third shift, which is like midnight to 8.
Mm-hmm.
Second shift, you could still not sacrifice your sleep schedule, just going to bed at midnight or 1. And it also gives you 5 to 6 hours to work on your own stuff. Because if you start from 4 to midnight, 4 to about 7, you're dealing with the dipshit white collar workers or people coming in and out. So you got to deal with that. But then starting about 7:38, you got yourself at least 4 hours to focus on your own shit. Mm-hmm. So I would go back and say, hey, do you need weekend work or one shift a week? Maybe, yeah, on call, right? But you gave you 2 weeks notice. You should always keep your toe in security a little bit and have a side gig just in case they screw you over. Now, it doesn't sound like they're screwing her over and they're giving him a fair wage unless he's like San Francisco or something. $20 an hour is pretty good for training.
Yeah.
And then they're going to train him in procurement. It sounds like a pretty good deal to me otherwise.
Yeah, me too. God, these last 2 kids are really getting good opportunities here. It's impressive.
Yeah. So, I mean, and he's going to learn from the ground up and all that. Now, with the non-business related side thing, how should he handle that?
How should he handle it?
Yes, the company has decided to have a little hobby on the side. It's not relevant to the business or this kid's career. What should he do?
I don't think I would get too involved with that. Even if it's a cool hobby and you showed me what the hobby is, I don't think I would let that mess with the path that I'm on in terms of training.
Chad, how many times have you heard your boss say, we're doing X, and they never do it?
Oh, God. Many, many times, especially when I worked for the federal government.
Chad, do more moving parts make a less reliable machine?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I would avoid this. It's going to take time away from, unless he really, really enjoys this. Like he personally has an interest in it, he would find it fun. Fine. And I know because I was like this, but when I was young, and I'm sure you were the same way, you wanted to like prove to your employer, like, I'm the best, I'll do anything. Like, look at me, I'll take on this ancillary thing for you.
Yeah.
Chad, were you ever rewarded for it?
No.
No.
Didn't matter if it was private or public sector. Nope.
This thing is not relevant to your career. They may not manage it. It may not even be around. It's going to take time away from your private life.
Yeah.
And they're not going to give a shit.
Yeah.
They're really not. I would focus on your accounting career, and instead of learning this side recreational activity, I would study, learn payables, receivable, some other aspect of bookkeeping or accounting. I would not waste my time with this ancillary thing. It's not relevant. But yeah, so far it looks pretty good. And I would go to your previous employer and say, hey, can I work one shift a week, maybe on Saturday, Sunday night, something like that.
Yeah.
Just to keep your toe in security.
I think both of these guys, the first guy and this one, need to be thinking at all times, how can I move closer to self-employment? Whether it's tax or bookkeeping, I think I would keep that in the back of my mind.
Well, the first kid, he's pretty much almost there with his CPA.
Yeah.
I know he passed the exam, but he's just got to get the 15 months of experience. So that's good. The other guy, he's kind of going more ground up.
Yeah.
They're training him in things. I would maybe, while working security, take an online course or two or get certified in QuickBooks, add to your bookkeeping and accounting resume. But yeah, I wouldn't be wasting my time with that ancillary stuff. But yeah, the one guy's going ground up. The other guy's kind of got it built in. Chad, would you like it if somebody hired you like, hey, or take over my business after a year and a half?
I mean, that eliminates a lot of the really hard work of finding clients to grow your own business.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in what kind of compensation this older guy is going to want with that.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of curious too, but we'll find out. But anyway, yeah, so there's our answers to all that. Now, Vlad, we have one super chat. I like it when people don't donate super chat because I have to share the money with you. So we only got one.
What do we got?
Oh, didn't I click on it? Here.
No?
There we go.
Oh, Samuel Tack for $2. Chad, what's your opinion on AI? Moved to Texas yet? I've pretty much moved to Texas. And as far as AI, man, I feel like we've talked about that a lot. It can help you with your job, but it will not. I feel it's not going. We're talking about accounting, obviously. I feel it's not going to eliminate your job unless you're kind of on the lower level edge of bookkeeping, like accounts payable, accounts receivable. I do think bookkeepers are more at risk for AI taking over some of their jobs, but just all these people that go on Reddit or whatever, and they're like, well, AI is going to take over tax prep. Yeah, there's just be my guest. Try
What's
it.
a bigger threat, actual Indians or AI?
Indians.
Like outsourcing is the big, because it's happening now. Okay, AI can make some crazy videos, AI can make a girl's boobies bigger. AI can write a clever story. I've not seen it except for very low level shit.
Right.
Replace anyone. I'm all right. Where are your job losses? Show me where you're tremendous, especially in the accounting industry. I'd be more worried about them outsourcing overseas, which is why, again, Chad, when it comes to accounting, you do what?
Well, you become self-employed.
You become self-employed.
Yeah.
So, that's it. That's all we got for the super chats.
All right. Well, Mr. Clary, I am going to do a live stream tomorrow. I want to talk about this big, beautiful bill that it passed through the Senate, and we'll see if it actually passes through the House. But I do want to go over some things about that.
Doesn't it go through the House first?
Well, it started out in the House. They altered it, sent it back to the Senate where there were all these changes and it narrowly passed. So now it has to go back to the House, I believe. And Trump wants to get this all done before the 4th of July. And I'm hearing that may not happen. But the thing is, I'm tired of sitting on this. I have all these thoughts about it. So I'm just going to talk about what they had in the Senate bill. And if it changes from then and passes later, I will do a follow-up stream, but I'm just tired of sitting on this.
I'm surprised you're even following that. Like, I just heard that, like, we're just increasing the debt. I'm like, that's all I cared about. So no, we're not serious about it. So I don't care what's in it.
A lot of tax implications that are effective immediately in 2025, which I'm going to go over a little bit. Like,
are they going to make it? Are they going to make it simpler
or
more
course
complicated?
It won't be. It'll be more complex.
And they're worried about AI taking people's jobs. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a few minutes opening up my tax program to show you the differences, what these changes are going to make. It's going to be fun.
Okay. That'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Finally, if people have questions about a career in accounting, is there a resource for them to go to and consult that would help guide them about the most quickest, most efficient, and above all else, lowest cost? What did you pay for your MBA, Chad?
All told, it was about $100K, including living expenses.
Okay.
Opportunity cost of money I could have made as well. So
right. All right. So instead of spending $100,000, we have a path that could probably on the low end be. I looked at the EA, like all the fees, like $2,000.
Oh.
And you could do self-study.
Yeah.
And then there's online colleges, which is like, what is it? It's looking at like 20 grand for a college degree. All right. But where can you go to find out about how to navigate this world of accounting to become a self-employed, remotely employed, tequila drinking accountant on a beach in Thailand? Where can you go to find the quickest, shortest, most affordable path, Chad?
So, Clary, I will answer that.
Yeah.
But I need to let you know that on the 1st of every month, I get this notification from PayPal that says, hey, Teachable just paid you X amount because of those people that clicked on your link, the affiliate link. And so I know you were laughing about not sharing super chats on this particular stream, but I got a nice, tiny, but still pretty nice payout yesterday.
Change? Yeah,
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to answer your earlier question, it would be called the world's greatest accounting career.
Yeah. The world's greatest accounting career.
It's too early. It's too early. I need alcohol.
Yeah, you're not drinking one of your maple syrup beers here. That's
candidate just walked in. She bought beer from Whole Foods, and it's
good. Did she
beer.
Did she just get some Aunt Jemima and squirt it all in there for you?
Churro beer.
Yes, the world's greatest accounting career is a course that me and Chad put together, which would probably be your first and probably only stop you need to start and navigate a career in accounting. Chad, does it teach you how to do accounting?
It does not teach you how to do accounting, but it will show you what you need to do to set yourself up for success in accounting.
Right.
So,
and not spend $100,000 on your education to do so. So that is available, link below, or you could just search the world's greatest accounting career. And then tune in tomorrow. What time for your show?
I was going to go over that with you. I'm thinking probably maybe 6 p.m. my time, which I think is 5 p.m. your time. But I have a ton of flexibility, so you can let me know.
Just let me know whenever. I'm still not going to be running around going to cigar lounges or anything like that. But it will be soon. We will be tomorrow soon. Soon. And then there was something else. Oh, that's right. I linked to the course below. I also linked to Chad's YouTube channel below. So if you want to bookmark that or something, follow him there. You can learn everything about the big, beautiful bill tomorrow. Yeah. All right. That's it. We should hang out
soon.